Okay. We have lower SR games now. Well, Toxic Trash Talk will play in Torbjorn. Good thoughts on the void player thing Jeff announced. It did pretty early on, so I guess I'll say him again. Says a lot about the thing. I think it's a good and a bad thing, but it kind of was already like the last time they implemented it. Basically, though, it's a cover up for actually implementing a role system or caring about their game at all. Because it's easier for them to just implement an old system that didn't really work and tune it up a little bit, because it doesn't seem to have many downsides, and it really kind of doesn't. So, basically, I think it's good because then you can block stream snipers, throwers, toxic people. Like, there are a couple people in, like, GM that just rage 24/7, and it'd be nice to not have them on your team. So that's always a good thing. And then there's people that constantly throw, and I mean, Overwatch doesn't really do a good job banning toxic people or throwers. It does a better job of banning throwers, like, because that's fairly easy to detect, right? It's fairly easy to say, oh, this guy's running into them. He's jumping off the map. Well, bye. Like, or like, but it's harder to ban someone who's, like, barely trying on a character they never play, right? Because technically speaking, no matter what you're doing, as long as you're still trying, moving forward and kind of holding left click, that's not bannable to Jeffy. So, as long as you're doing the bare minimum, that's fine, but it'd be nice if people block people like that. So stuff like that's fine. And like, the only downside to people like blocking me is just long queues, but like, this game has already got the quickest queues ever. Having like an extra, I don't know, even 10 minutes isn't bad. I'd rather have that, because most of the time, if I'm gonna get blocked, that'll probably be good for me. Because I don't want to play with the people that are probably gonna block me. I don't want to play with them anyway. So that's perfect. I don't want to play with them, they don't want to play with me. It's all gone. It's good. So, that's pretty fine. So the only downside left would be just long queues. It's like, League of Legends? Man, the people at the top tier for League, they have like hour-long queues sometime. This game doesn't have queues like that, so it's not really a downside. I played League once and I had like a 40-minute queue. Waiting is nothing. It's like, whatever. I got a set schedule for when I'm playing this game. Doesn't matter to me. The only thing it matters for is people that have like not much free time, or they don't have a set schedule for when they're playing video games. So the only thing it might affect is like, I don't know, some people out there who one trick and they only have like a couple hours to play a day or something. But I already got 4 hours schedule out, my dudes. And even if it takes 4 hours, oh well. And the other thing is, like, you can 3-stack, and then what's gonna happen? Like, what's the queue gonna do? Is it just gonna avoid the player that isn't blocked? No, it's gonna put you on the team with the same people, so that will alleviate your queues. You can group up, you can go on Smurf accounts, because, like, they can only block 2 people. So, and, like, there's so many people with Smurfs and alts. Or, well, I mean alts, not Smurfs, I guess. I guess there's a little bit of a difference. So, like, you can just play on another alt account. None of it really matters.
Was killed by an enemy he had beheaded several hours earlier.
Oh, Zillion, thank you for the 25 bits.
Saddle, but while riding home, one of its protruding teeth grazed his leg. He died from the infection.
Whoa. Wait, it was because my enemy had beheaded several hours later. The man's head was horse saddle. Wow, that's actually pretty, that's pretty weird. God dang. Ends up winning the battle, but loses the long con. Loses the war, dude. But yeah, overall, like, the system is good, because then I can just block stream snipers, throwers, toxic people, whatever. Stuff like that is great. And there's not really much of a downside, it's just longer queues. And, like, even then, you can Smurf account, you can group up, you can go to EU, you can go to other servers, like, there's so many different things you can do if you want to avoid long queues. And, like, the max a long queue would take that would be kind of ridiculous is like a 2-hour queue. For me, that's probably my, like, maximum before I'd give up and do something else. So it's not that bad. It's mostly positive, with a little bit of negative. It's funny though, when I was reading the Overwatch, that there's all me and Stevo that people talked about. And like, Stevo has legit like 6 accounts in GM Top 500. What are they gonna do, block every one of his accounts? Like, all Stevo would have to do is just rotate between accounts each game, if he really cared that much. And what are they gonna do? They're gonna do nothing until Jeffy puts the cap up or whatever. You gotta break that shield gen. Or not shield gen. What is that called? I'm dumb. Bongo. I've never gone to EU server, I'm curious. Go to EU then. You play on whatever servers. You're not restricted to any of them. I think except like Asia. But I mean, you might be able to get on the Asia servers with like a VPN. Still though, like the only downside is long queues. Oh well. It's mostly positive anyway. Because if you get like stream sniped or whatever by a dude that's throwing, guess what? Now you can block them. Now they're on the enemy team. Now they're just not in the game too. So then if they start throwing whatever, they gone.
The human brain has a memory capacity which is the equivalent of more than 4 terabytes on a hard drive.
Wow.
The scientific name for the belly button is the umbilicus. 99%
More than 4
of the calcium
terabytes?
contained in the
That's
human
crazy.
body is in one's teeth.
That actually seems really low. Thank you for the 25. Why does that seem really low? 4 terabyte, like, wait. Why does that seem really low? That doesn't seem that great. Is that why I get the memory of a fish? Yeah, now you can beat the throwers. There you go. Now they can only get 1 game to throw on your team before they end up gone. You don't have to wait out like 30 minutes to Q dodge anyway. It's like a better equivalent of Q dodging. The game does it for you. Alright, peace M4. When I say man. What's he doing up there? Well, I'm dead. I probably shouldn't have been on that side. Mercy's gonna try to res me, but she might die. Mercy, no. Where's the Doom main? And then, like, the other thing is, the only bad part is you don't get people on your team, right? So I don't know how that's gonna affect queues. Because the queues already don't try and put, like, GMs with GMs. So you probably just end up with a bunch of masters. So you'll end up with lower, quality games on your side, but you'll always be the underdog, so... The thing is, if you win as the underdog, I think you gain more SR. So it's basically like, I don't know, as long as you can work together with a bunch of masters, or even low GMs or whatever, you're gonna do fine. Because even when you lose, you won't lose that much. You'll lose even less. You're just always underdog. But that's like a extreme case. That's a case that probably won't happen. It's possible, but I don't know. We'll see when it actually comes out. Did your dog go fight with Kato? No. That's what happens when you teach animals to live with each other when they're younger. Or just teach them to not attack each other. Basically like that.
When you're shuffling a deck of cards, you're trying your best to ensure everything gets as mixed up as possible.
That's getting a bit long.
There are a staggering number of ways a deck of 52 cards can be arranged. But just how staggering are we talking?
Why?
It turns out there are 80,
Thanks for the 25. I think we've gone a little bit far. I think this is how text-to-speech got removed the first time. Actually, no, it was way worse the first time. Nice. That's a decent round 1. And your guy who had 8 doggos and 1 Kato. Alright, night Lucas. Bye! The Kato bullied all the dogs.
The average person can lose 150 calories.
The cat's
per
the
hour
alpha
if
in the
you hit
family
your head
then.
against a wall, men are officially classified as dwarves if their height is below m/4 feet 2 inches, whereas for women the measure is m/short
Wait.
just under 4 feet.
Torb isn't a dwarf? You good voice, there we go. Wait, does that mean Torb's not a dwarf? He's 4'7". What? That's so weird. Torb isn't a dwarf then. What do I call him? A tiny person? He's not a dwarf. That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? I'm gonna call him a dwarf anyway. There's no way someone that's this short. You know what? They misheighted him or something. Maybe every other character is just a giant. Look at this. How are you up to somebody's stomach, but you're not a dwarf? Well, I mean, I guess she's kind of tall. I guess they're all kind of tall. Who's like the shortest character? Tracer? Stop pooping. Oh my god. Stop it. No. Shoot. Push me off too. Monkass. What do we call him now? Tiny person? I'm gonna call him a dwarf anyway. 'Cause that's what he really is. Alright. Can't hide your dwarven hood to me. Okay. Wanna go to bed and take some pain medication? Feel better. Alright, night peaches. Man, everybody's going to bed now. It's barely even like 10, dude.
Guys, give me some energy, bro.
Guys are all go to sleep. I'm gonna die.
I'm going around the corner. Bubble you.
Oh no.
Hoggy discard hog. Break the
Alright, we
shield.
should wait. Let's just wait. Back 100. Back, it's fine.
Damage.
I don't know what they do
Totally
to
fine. Let's
there.
reset.
I need to charge shield.
I'm gonna die to this soon.
Doomfist is in.
Holy Doom is annoying.
I got hooked, but I'm fine. I have bubble.
Back up. I'm resing our Zen. I'm resing our Zen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just HP.
He has pocket armor for when he gets res.
Okay, reset for real this time.
Do we need to reset? I don't think we need to reset, I'll be
I
honest.
have bubble. Okay,
1,000. Doom behind. Okay.
we're good. I have bubble.
before
Let's
he
go.
goes.
Alright,
Gonna put a
go hard,
chair
go
in
hard.
here.
Two shield.
No! Oh, he got
I
me
don't
on
have
the right.
res.
Hog
He
here.
flanked all the way over there, that stinks.
Back out. I'm gonna get a shatter. Back out. No, back out.
Hey hero, how you doing?
It's fat. It's
It's a fat shatter, but
Give me up.
we're
Watch out for the
dead.
Doomfist.
Yep,
All the
give me up,
DPS
too.
are dead.
Bubble doors in.
One.
Call Torb
Doomfist
Junkrat?
one coming around the left.
I don't know if that makes sense there, man.
I don't know why we did that.
Did what?
We were down.
back out. They've
We're
isoed. Back
down
out.
there. We're on
What?
fucking Torb.
What is he? Why did he up there?
Fine, because I'm really close to grab. It was a good shatter, dude.
It was a good shatter, but the Tracer died and I died. Shatter doesn't matter if we don't have deeps with it.
I Valkyried. Big. Damage.
Nice.
Oh my
Doomfist is
god.
in.
Oh shoot, she saved me.
Get this fucking girl.
She pulled me out of the Doomfist combo.
Do
Yeah,
you have any
that's pretty
armor?
nice.
Do you have any armor? Toss it to me, please.
No, give it to Zen. Give it to me. Give it to Zen.
There we
It's
go.
best for me. Because they have to
No,
burn.
I missed. Alright, I still got it.
They have to burn through shields
It's
first.
on the floor. Go grab it.
Oh man.
Like a res- Far
No.
out.
There we go,
I'm
everybody
not
gets
fucking
armor.
swapping.
I'm asking.
Definitely not.
I just didn't want to like pick it up by
I'd
accident.
rather stand Ryan
Too
because
light
Ryan
in
and I
my
are like
game.
hard carrying.
How does
you
that
know?
make sense?
Zarya has
Alright,
one
peace,
armor.
Red.
Insane.
Literally everybody's going.
7
Oh
actually?
my god. We need a void
Oh,
command,
content.
yeah. We need a void
Doomfist behind.
command.
Doomfist behind.
Just say that Fui's
I have
gonna
no bubble.
avoid
No, it's
everybody
not,
and
it's
get
not.
banned.
It went back up.
So that's basically what's gonna happen.
Did, so.
I'm gonna bubble you then. In a second.
He's
They're all
one.
so
He's-
low up
I'm
there.
watching.
Yeah, the hog was one.
I want to build this up to like 200.
They're all
I'm
low.
surprised the turret lived
Doomfist
that
come down.
long.
He's one.
See being a loss leading up to the patch. I mean, I'm fine repeating it.
You have to come down.
But I need to create a shorthand
Soldier
version of what
behind
I
us,
said because it
kind
gets
of.
kind of lengthy.
Yeah.
Hoggy.
Oh no.
Come on, Hog.
I'll say it after the game. I'll go
Soldiers
through
left.
my
Tactic
spiel,
rising behind.
Horse is behind, guys.
and then we can make a
Soldiers
command out of it.
Moira, I can kill Moira.
Yeah, we're good. We're chilling. We just have Zen healed, by the way.
Just give me until the end of the
Kill
game.
Moira.
I want
Oh
to
my
focus
God.
on winning
It was worth it.
first.
It was worth it. Now they're
First,
worth
Before I
it.
repeat it again.
Coming
Yeah,
disappointing, I think.
That was disgusting.
I'm doing a better job of being
Maybe
so
they give it
proud.
up. Oh, okay.
They have
Monkass,
a
We're gonna jump
Reaper.
over it.
mal
Get
modding.
this Reaper. Focus him.
Reaper's tough.
Good job.
Help me on right side.
Good
please.
work,
Help me on right
Diva.
side. I'll die
Ryan's
here.
left.
And Reaper.
I'll get it up
Good
faster.
work, dudes.
Oh, we have grab, we have grab.
I'm not worried, dude.
Oh, I don't have ult anymore.
No, poggers.
Flip or type it out.
I'm,
We can just
I'm
type
already
it
30.
out.
I'm
So
40.
what team ain't real, yeah.
Trusting, dude.
Soldier top.
Soldier's lit.
I'll push the
Doing
soldier.
up
This guy, I'm
there.
pistoling his ass.
Fuck that.
Alright, Ryan, I need some energy. I'm at 50. It's too low.
Well, low energy.
Wait, you're not shattering? Okay.
They do.
I have Valkyrie.
They should be able to shatter that.
We're gonna hit a big grab. We're gonna hit a big grab.
Oh yeah.
Arissa, no.
AC9.
Never mind,
Yeah,
just
bro.
didn't
What?
touch.
Alright.
Nice.
Grab.
More than
They
2
couldn't touch
million
her,
what do you mean,
left-handed
69?
people die because of
Still
Honestly,
C9
play the game is actually.
designed for right-handed
Is
people.
it? Like, I mean, I guess that could have been on
Only
cart.
one
I don't know.
person
Well,
out of
Smith,
2
you
billion
please mistakes
reaches
they
the
make when
age
using
of
machine
100
sense.
years
C9
old.
rulebook.
The average
It's
people gets 90% of their dreams.
Alright, GG, dude.
Thank you for the 25.
Oof.
Yeah, you murdered all of us there.
Not every res is a good one.
Look at that boop.
Metro's